Good morning and welcome to the Morning Expresso by the Indian Express. My name is Rahil Philippos and here is today's big story. Aided by an uptick in vaccinations as well as in agriculture, the country's economy clocked a healthy growth rate of 8.4% in July to September, the second quarter of the current financial year. The GDP was 0.33% higher than the pre-pandemic levels of quarter 2 2019 to 2020. This indicates that the economy has recovered the ground lost due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Barring construction, all industry segments posted a higher output level than in Q2 2019 to 2020. Now for our stories exclusive to the Indian Express. The Samyukt Kisan Morcha, spearheading the farmer protest, will be meeting today to decide the names of 5 representatives for inclusion in a committee proposed by the Prime Minister to discuss issues like promotion of zero budgeting and making MSP more effective and transparent. Meanwhile, 2 farm leaders said discussions should begin on lifting the dharnas from the borders. Next up are our stories from the front page. With the opposition-led governments questioning the extension of the BSF jurisdiction to 50 kilometers inside the international border, the Director General of the Paramilitary Force, Pankaj Kumar Singh, said the probable reason for the centre's decision was that the demographic balance had been upset in border areas like West Bengal and Assam over a period of time. He said a survey done by the BSF pointed to a definite demographic change. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said that those who have not been vaccinated will not be provided with free treatment if they contract the illness. He added that government employees and teachers who have not been vaccinated, barring those who have a doctor's certificate, will need to undergo mandatory RT-PCR tests every week, for which they will have to bear the expense on their own. With Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu refusing to revoke the suspension of 12 of their MPs, opposition parties led by the Congress said that they will continue their protests and that the members who have been suspended will not apologize or express their regret. However, a proposal to boycott the parliament was shelved due to a lack of unanimity. The suspended MPs will begin a sit-in in front of the Gandhi statue in parliament from today. Next up are our must-reads. During the question hour in Rajya Sabha on Tuesday, several members asked Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman about the upcoming bill on cryptocurrency and the proliferation of ads for digital money and related trading. Sitharaman assured them that the government is looking into the existing regulatory framework for advertisements and how to handle these ads. To make educational content for students free of biases, a parliamentary committee called for a review of the manner in which freedom fighters are portrayed in school history textbooks and recommended that the ancient wisdom and knowledge of the Vedas be incorporated in school curriculum. But the Indian History Congress strongly opposed the recommendations, stating that a review of this sort would require the inputs of scholars and academics from all over the country. Tightening its genome sequencing measures to ensure early detection of new variants, the Union Health Ministry has directed states to send 100% samples from COVID hotspots, starting with Karnataka's Dharwad and Maharashtra's Thane. In a high-level review meeting, states were directed to send all positive samples for genome sequencing to designated labs in a prompt manner. According to recent RBI statistics, a rural worker in Kerala earns about 677.6 rupees a daily in the year 2020 to 2021, which is way higher than his counterparts even in more developed states like Maharashtra and Gujarat, and is double the national average. While the national average is 315.3 in Maharashtra, considered one of the most industrialized states and a leading producer of farm products, a rural worker earns just rupees 262.3, while rural wages in Gujarat this year stood at 239.3 rupees daily. And finally, it was only by chance that India's prodigious talent Vivek Sagar Prasad was introduced to hockey. It all started at a ground near his home in Itarsi. Prasad arrived at the ground one evening to play a game of cricket, but a local hockey team was lacking one player. The rest, as they say, is history. Since then, Prasad has led India to a Youth Olympic silver, won a bronze medal at the Olympics, and has been named as the International Hockey Federation's Rising Star twice. And that's all for today's Morning Expresso. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Indian Express's YouTube channel for the latest news updates.